Hello.
Hello. Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
I don't know if I should introduce. I don't know if I should introduce who I am, or we're talking over each other.
We haven't connected everybody or gone around yet. So.
Oh, okay. I'm new to this, so my name is Deborah. My last name is Dahl, so I don't know what you're saying.
Boost, there we go.
He's on.
Okay, so Deborah Dahl, I have you down as D-A-H-L.
Yeah, correct. And my first name is long spelling is D-E-B-O-R-A-H. Yes, sir.
All right, got it. Thanks.
Nice to meet you.
Okay.
You're getting a lot of feedback on our phone.
Yeah, somebody. Chris Rocco, are you on the line yet? Okay, we have a.
Somebody give.
Yeah, if you're not talking, if you can mute your connection, that'll help you.
You saw it as an echo chamber, actually.
Catherine, we're still connecting some people, so. Take
Okay.
Oh, okay, super. Oh, that's better, actually. Someone fixed something somewhere. Sounds much better.
So Deborah, in a short while, we'll start the meeting by going around and asking people if they want to make comments. So, and then after the comments, then the public participation ends. And Catherine and Art will explain that to you in a minute. Since you're
okay. I didn't know. What is your first name? I'm sorry.
I'm Bill Flickinger. I'm the attorney.
Bill, I've talked to you before, Mr. Flickinger. Yeah, I'm actually looking at the special meeting agenda, and kind of it goes like public comments to directors and stuff. Yeah, so I pulled it up on my computer. So thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
All right, sure. All right, and Catherine, I have our legal assistant, Allison Nix, is on the call because she's going to help swear in the new directors after we canvass the results. So she does a lot of work for the district. She rarely appears at the meeting. Chris Rocco, are you there?
I'm here.
Thanks.
Okay, somebody's got their TV going in the background.
I think it's Natalie. I'm gonna go with her.
I'm trying to mute myself.
It was cute. It sounded like Looney Tunes or something.
It's Alice in Wonderland.
Man, there's a lot of background noise.
Mode at least.
Y'all better not be having fun now. No fun allowed. No fun allowed.
Wrong.
Okay.
We have a caller on a 7273 number. Could you identify yourself, please?
Therese Nicky.
And your last name is N-I-C-K-Y?
It's actually K-N-I-C-K-Y.
And first name's Therese?
Yeah, it's T-E-R-E-S-E.
All right, thank you. Okay, and we have another caller on an 8041 number. Could you identify yourself?
What number is that?
Last four digits, 8041.
That's Bharat Navneethan.
Bill, there's a one called LW. Do you know who that is?
It's probably Louise.
Hmm.
I'm not sure who that is.
You're not seeing it?
Yeah, I see it.
LW.
Yeah, the person that's showing an LW on the screen, could you identify yourself? LW.
LW.
Okay, I think we're all here, aren't we?
Let's see, we have
I'm here.
all the
And I'm
candidates.
here.
We have Art.
Oh,
and
look, Linda figured out
Chris?
how to do her
Jana.
how to do her video. Yay. Hi, Linda.
All right, so we have a quorum, Catherine, if you want to start. and then
Okay.
start.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and call this meeting to order. Art, are you going to do the public comments again for me?
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
All right, I just want to make sure I have everybody. I have Deborah Dahl, Taylor Ham, David Flores, Matthew Whiting, I think, is that? Louis Serrigan, Barbie Rose, Kelly Wrinkle, Natty Bordelon, Chris Rocco, Herb Evanson, Sarah Teal, Therese Nicky, and Barath. I'm sorry, Barath, your last name didn't come up, so I'm not sure what the.
Well, I apologize, I couldn't spell it on the fly here, so.
Oh, okay.
Easier.
That's
My
okay.
first name is
That's okay.
the tougher one than the last name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll start with Deborah. Do you have a public comment?
Because I'm new to this, do you mind if I go last so I understand kind of the nuances of what people have to say in that as I'm looking at this special meeting agenda, public comments? Do you mind if I go last?
Sure, but so you do have a public comment though?
I do. But I
Okay.
kind of want to know what the format is of how that goes, so I'm not disruptive or
Oh,
the
okay.
nuances of what that goes. Because I'm new to this. Certainly, I'm very encouraged by it, but I'd like to go last so I hear how everyone else does it, kind of.
Okay.
Because then I'll learn from that. How's that?
Okay, well, usually we ask if you have a public comment and if you want to address an agenda item. And then, so there's a
Okay.
list of agendas. I don't know if you have the agenda in front of you, but that's.
I
usually
do. I'm
how-
actually looking at it. I am. It's on my computer. I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, so do you have an agenda
So, I mean,
item
I can
or that
read
you want to
it.
talk about?
Okay, I'll make it brief. I'm reading the public comments and opportunity for members of the public to address the board of directors concerning issues. I don't necessarily have any particular issues. I have something wonderful to
Okay.
say about the fact that number one, I
Okay,
don't.
let's
that's what I'm
wait.
saying.
Let's go through the list of the other people
So,
before
yeah, we're
you
going to
make
go
your
through the
comments.
list, okay?
Yeah.
Taylor Ham, do you
that's
have
great.
a public comment?
No, I'm just listening tonight.
Okay. Any agenda items you want to address?
No.
Okay. David Flores, do you have a public comment?
No, I do have a public comment.
You do? Okay, and do you want to address any of the agenda items?
No agenda items.
Okay. Matthew Whiten, do you have a public comment?
I do have a public comment and no agenda items.
You do?
Yes, I do.
And any agenda items you want to discuss?
No, thank you.
Okay. And it's Whitington? Is that what it is? Because you
It's Whittington.
Whittington, sorry.
Yeah, you were close enough.
Okay. Louis Arrigon, do you have a public comment?
I do not.
Okay. Do you have any agenda items you want to address?
I do not.
Okay. Barbie Rose, do you have a public comment? Barbie?
Yes, sorry. I do have a public comment. I do not have an agenda item.
Okay.
Thank you.
Kelly Wrinkle, you have a public comment?
No.
Yeah. And any agenda items you want to discuss?
No, thank you.
Okay. Natalie, do you have a public comment?
No art, no public comment, and also no agenda items.
There's no agenda items?
That's right. Thank you.
Chris Rocco. Oh, well, it's okay. You're still on the board. Herb, how about you?
Y'all need to settle down there. Settle down.
Sorry, not until after tonight. Sarah Teal, do you have a public comment?
A public comment, but no agenda items.
No public comments and no agenda items. Okay.
No, I have a public comment.
Her dog does. Her dog does.
I have a public comment, but no agenda items.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry. Yeah, the dog. And then I did.
The dog
I
has a
hope I don't
comment.
butcher this name. Is it Therese Nikki?
Yes, I have a public comment, no agenda item.
Okay. And then Barath, do you have a public comment?
Yes, I do have a public comment as well as a question on the agenda too. The
What
agenda item
do you
is
have a question about?
the election process that just finished. And I would like to know how and what is the process of selecting the president of the board.
Okay, we'll address that in the election things or in the assignments, right?
Yeah, that's later
Yeah,
on in the
okay.
agenda.
Okay.
All right.
I have a public comment too.
Okay, I got that. I got the public comment. All right, so let's see, who did we start? Deborah, you did have a public comment, correct?
Oh, no, I misunderstood exactly what that meant because that was conducive to if there was a problem publicly. And so I misunderstood as I'm reading this and hearing everyone else that a public comment had to do with something, if I'm reading it correctly, addressing a particular issue. And at this point, I don't.
Okay.
I apologize.
All right. No worries. Let's see. David Flores, you had a public comment.
Yes, sir, I do. Thank you, Art.
Oh, and I'm sorry. I hate to interrupt you, David. Who's our timer tonight?
Oh, that's right. Is Sage here? Is Jimmy here?
No, it doesn't look like it is. So I'm assuming I'll go ahead and be the timer, Art. I'm assuming we
Okay.
have less than 10 public comments and 10 agenda items. Am I saying that correctly?
Yes. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 public comments. So we're
Okay, yeah. So everybody's going to get 2 minutes for their public comment, and I think correct me, Bill, 2 minutes for their agenda items.
Correct.
Okay.
all right.
Let me get my clock up here. Here we go. And go.
I just want to congratulate all the people that ran this election. They did a fantastic job to get the community involved. It is the most turnout ever in our history of our MUD. In 2018, Catherine had 836 votes, which at that time was the most amount of votes ever. That is why Catherine became president, because she became the most votes. So now in this election, Linda actually surpassed her at 986 votes. So I would like to congratulate Linda and Megan. And I feel that Linda should be our president of our MUD board with the 986 votes. And that's it.
I don't.
That's kind of rude, Jana, to interrupt, but
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, no.
I'm going out.
Okay, hold on.
I'm kind of confused. Did I hear I don't? Is it an interruption? That's not okay.
Okay.
That's not classy.
Who's
Sorry.
that? Who's that? We need to know who that is. I don't.
Okay. This is sort of
Okay,
a whole lot
let's
of.
stick to one
Bill,
speaker, please.
Bill, would you
Stick to one
mute
speaker.
everybody who's not talking, please?
All right, David, you still have some time left, so go on.
And I just wanted to let the community know Jana shows her true colors on how she handles herself. And, you know,
As do you.
once again, interrupting on my time. So
Yes. Well, I'll give you another 5 seconds.
Okay.
Everybody have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
All right, thank you, David. Is that it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Matthew, you had a public comment. You're next.
Okay, go ahead, Matthew.
Thank you, Art. I have personally known Linda as a mentor and friend for over a year, and in that time, my respect for her understanding of what is fair and just has done nothing but grow. She has gone out of her way on multiple occasions to help me with matters that don't even pertain to her district. I have heard multiple members of your board slander and ridicule her, make snide comments about her, and yet during every meeting I have personally attended, she's handled it with professionalism and grace. I have dealt with a similar situation in my own MUD, and thanks to her advice and mentorship, I will also be taking a seat on my own board to be a voice for my residents. I will continue to look towards her for advice, friendship, and mentorship for the next 4 years at the very least. A democracy is a system of government that is governed by the people, especially by a rule of the majority. A democracy's supreme power is vested in the people and exercised by them directly or indirectly through a system of representation, usually involving elections. Based on the record-breaking number of votes received, which is more than any candidate for your MUD has ever received, the people desire a new leader, and her name is Linda. Making Linda your board president is the democratic decision. Some of you may not agree with the fact that she didn't just roll over when pressured by the board, and some of you may also not agree with how much of an opponent she was to some of the resolutions and decisions that you've made. The people have seen and heard these matters, and they answered in agreement in the form of their vote. My recommendation is that you follow the best interest of your residents that each and every one of you were elected by, and name Linda as your board president. I believe she is the right candidate to enter a new phase of transparency for your district. Thank you. Thanks, Art.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
All right. The next one that wanted to make a public comment was Barbie Rose.
I have to go after Matthew. That was pretty good. He basically summed up what I had to say, and that is that our votes expect Linda to be in the presidency. Thank you.
Okay. That's all you have, Barbie?
Yeah, I think. Oh, sorry,
Okay.
can you hear better?
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. That was. I just wanted to request Linda to go into the presidency. I mean, Matthew summed it up.
Okay. All right. The next one I have that wanted to make a public comment was Sarah Teal.
Wait, I have one more question. Art, sorry to interrupt. Matthew is not in our neighborhood. Is that correct?
That is correct.
You're in Cypress Bend or Cypress?
I'm in the ranch at Cypress Creek, across
Okay.
the street. Yep.
Okay. Just want to make sure that everybody knows that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
He's not in our MUD or in our neighborhood?
He's not in our MUD.
Okay. Where was I? Sarah Teal, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, Sarah.
After looking over the numbers of votes that have been cast in our MUD district historically, it became clear that more neighbors showed up for this election than ever have in the past, a record turnout, which is a true victory for democracy. The voices of our neighbors spoke, and they very clearly chose Linda Faub. With 993 votes, she won the majority and netted more votes than any director in our district has ever received. It is my most fervent hope that the voices of our neighborhood matter and that their choice is respected by allowing Linda Faub to sit in the presidential seat of this board. Not only did neighbors overwhelmingly choose her vision for the future, but she is uniquely qualified for the position. She has worked in positions of leadership for 30 years, including federal and state government, and the wealth of experience she gained in those roles would be of great benefit in guiding this board. Linda has shown her commitment to this MUD district by attending 67 out of the 71 public meetings this district has had in the last 3 years. Astoundingly, that is more meetings than most of the sitting board directors have attended. Outside of that, she has spent literally hundreds of hours looking over financial and contracting documents from this district to make sure spending practices were appropriate and lawful. She has extensive knowledge of the water code, open meeting laws, public information laws, and procurement and contract laws that govern the use of public funds. This MUD board is untethered, both with their spending and also with the projects they continue to undertake that are outside of the purview of the rights and responsibilities put to them. Spending is out of control and choices outside of the law. I can only hope that the votes that are taken today respect our neighbors enough to listen to them and put Linda at the helm so she can steer the ship back onto course. Thank you.
Okay. Bharat, you have a public
Hi,
comment?
good evening to everybody. Yes. Good evening to everybody and congratulations to Linda and Megan. I'm currently a sitting board member in a different HOA that consists of 930 homes with 3 subdivisions. And we have a customary practice that anybody getting the highest number of votes from their neighborhoods will automatically become the president of the board. That is how a custom that we have been following for many years. And I think that's the same custom that this board is also following. And echoing on 3 of them who already spoke before me, Linda is the qualified person with all the qualities that she has to represent this MUD district, with many people speaking for her and bringing her to the top. So I would propose her to be the president, and I hope the board will also welcome this kind of motion. Thank you.
Okay. Now, we got a couple more people that came online. I don't know if they want to make a public comment or not.
Art, this is Natalie Bordelon. I would like to add my name to the list if it's not too late.
Sure, go ahead.
May I start?
Sure, go ahead,
Yeah,
Nat.
go ahead.
Oh, so I just came on to really just support the new board members. I had no idea anybody would just be talking about who the board should vote as the president. To say that Linda should be the president is ridiculous to me. This entire election had the most votes ever. So to say that that's the reason why she has the most is kind of silly. And also the other board members were not up for re-election. And since we live in a representative democracy and the board members themselves typically vote on who they want to lead them amongst the board, I don't understand why anybody would even be coming on here to say who should be the president and use the excuse that she had the most votes. I think the board members should pick the president because they actually know who each person really is and the work that they're doing behind the scenes. After seeing an uptick of frustration with deed restrictions in the board last year, I did an open records request and was upset to find out that it was actually Linda Fabre reporting her own neighbors. And so to choose her as the president, I don't even understand that at all. I know a lot of the community doesn't know that, but I have open records that show that she reported her own neighbors for silly deed restrictions. And I would hate to see, if we're going to be talking about presidents of the board members choose someone who so clearly attacks her neighbors that way. And I did not come on here to say that. I just am overwhelmed by the people who I guess she is, convinced that she's this amazing person. And I haven't seen that. And I'd like to see her become that amazing person on the board before she is put in charge of the board. So putting her 2 cents in, that's mine.
Catherine, are you keeping time?
Yeah, she's right at 2 minutes, Linda.
Long 2 minutes. She's windy.
Thank you.
Okay.
What's the name of it? What's
We
the
had
name
a
of the
couple more
person?
people join. Sue Platt, did
The
you want
last
to
speaker's name? Art,
No
sorry to
comment.
interrupt. Art, sorry to interrupt you. Who was the last speaker? I didn't get the name.
Who's the one that just spoke? Natalie.
Okay.
Okay. Sue Platt, did you want to make a public comment?
No, thank you. No comment.
No comment. And then
Teresa, Mr. Joy?
Usha, did you want to make a public comment?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I think you're the last one. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Congratulations to the new board members. And I would like to say these election vote totals showed really who should be the leader to represent our community. So public clearly showed they need the change with the way this board operates today. So to my knowledge, Linda Fogg clearly showed a good leadership, right direction to the community, and she always pointed to the right issues than trying to please anyone. She connects with the residents and tries to bring up any facts she could place in front of the board and to the public so they can make better decisions to keep this community safe and secure. Linda is able to do all this as a good citizen of this neighborhood. She can do many more if she be the president of this board of directors. So I request this board to look into all this and give her a chance as the president of this board. Thank you.
Okay, was that the last, our last
No,
speaker?
me, Therese Nikki.
There's
No.
actually more people that called and want to speak.
I
Therese
don't.
Nikki.
All right, we have Therese Nikki is on the call that would like to.
Oh,
make-
did I skip her? I'm sorry. I thought we went through. Okay, Therese, go ahead.
No, you skipped me. Okay, I'm Therese Nikki, and I have been a resident of Anderson Mill West for 30 years. And over those 30 years, I have sporadically attended meetings, generally sparked by a receipt of a deed violation. But over the last year, I have been intrigued with the information that Linda Fogg has shared. This is not to say that I am for or against any one of you on the board, new or old. This is only to say that I am a long-standing resident and have been intrigued to learn things like the architectural committee is no longer a legal entity, yet still referred to learn that if you're in violation of a deed restriction, you can move to amend that by getting 51% of your community to petition to change that deed restriction. To learn that public documents are not being shared, to learn that blatant deed restrictions have not been addressed with equity, to learn that contract jobs have been awarded outside of the proper bidding process. So with that, I've tuned into meetings, a couple meetings of late, and now that we are all here tonight with the newly elected board and those remaining on the board, I want to ask that you find a way to work together to serve the community which you've been elected to serve. You guys have one job. It's not personal, it's business. So please just follow the rules which govern this MUD that are in place to make a difference in the community and to ensure that each of the residents are held to the exact same standards. Please, no more airing of names or excuses and personal opinions. Just do the job, please, and get along. We're all here for the good of the community. So please, let's work together. And if the numbers is how we go, Linda should actually be president because she's got the, oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Here we go.
Okay, so is that the end, Art? Has everybody
Well,
had
there's
a
a couple
chance?
more numbers that aren't identified. They got on. I'm not really sure who they are. So
I came back on because you muted me, and I wanted to say 2 sentences. As a homeowner, a business owner, and in this community for 35 years, may I speak for a minute since the time person says it's a minute, maybe 2.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Is that
My first name is Deborah.
Wait, okay.
My last name is Paul.
Okay, so Deborah, you do want to make a public comment now.
I do. I
Okay.
believe.
Okay, hold on. Okay, go ahead. Start over.
Okay, I believe that if we are, it's actually, we're not in a democracy, it's a republic. But when you get the most votes of people, that's a supportive element of who we want to be a leader and be in leadership of. I actually feel sick to my stomach that when we have adults on these kinds of calls, that someone laughs and is degrading and does all those things, because that's part of the problem. I have done an awful lot for this community, and one of the most important things is if we believe that our votes matter, and we all put that sticker on and said, I voted, we also voted for Linda. I think that she's got the shtick, and I think she's got the fairness. I believe, and I matter, that is where we should go, because the status quo, and I can cite you example after example. In fact, I got a 2-inch file on what hasn't gone on. And so for us to make a quality change into a more beneficial situation for all of us, we need to have somebody new at the helm, and that's Linda. And I believe that. I can back it up with evidence. But what was most disturbing of this phone call is the cackle and the smearing like we were 5. And that has to stop, because that's been going on, and that disturbs me no end. Linda's my gal, and I'll back her up 100%, and I can. Y'all have a nice evening.
Okay. Okay. So are we done now, Art?
There are
There's
other
another
people that
number,
want to speak. 512-296-0081. Who's that? Is that you, Chris? Chris, is that you? 512-296?
Yes, that's me.
Okay.
I lost the call and I had to call back.
Okay. I think we're done. There was an LW there, but I don't know who that is. So
And LW is not,
yeah,
doesn't want
that's what I'm seeing. An LW, maybe it's.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
LW is not responding, so we're going to assume that that person doesn't have a.
All right. So yeah. So that's.
So Art,
done.
if I could interrupt before you go, we have so many callers, it's really on 2 screens now. If you're doing full screen,
Oh,
go to part 2.
you're right.
But I think you ought to make a request that anybody that's on the call that hasn't spoken in public comments to identify if they wish to speak, so we can have a definitive list. We have some callers.
There's somebody's Patricia's hand phone or iPhone.
Yes, we're okay. We just came to listen tonight. We're barely getting our toes wet.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
So what is this? What is this screen called, Bill? I don't know what you said, hearts and something.
Yeah. If you're using the the gallery view.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look to the right. It says 1 of 2.
Okay.
That you go to the second part that has more callers, because we have 28 people right now on the call.
Wow.
And so, Art, let me try to identify the other callers and then you can talk to them. We have a caller on a last 4 digits, 5681. Could you tell us who you are, please?
That's my number, Sarah Teal.
Sarah Teal.
So fucking annoying.
And we have a caller, last digits 8029.
Yes, that's me, Tina Flores.
Just remember, everybody, we can hear you if you don't have your mute on.
So Tina, did you want to make a public comment?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Tina, what was your last name, please?
Flores.
Oh, okay. All right. All right,
Okay.
go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Tina.
I'd like to congratulate all of the candidates in this election. I'm not sure if you know, but I personally am so happy that this election is over. I came on here to show my support for Linda. She has the most votes. She's worked her ass off in this campaign. And I think it's definitely time. Jana, I'd really appreciate if you would stop interrupting people. Why is she not muted? Everyone else has to be muted. She should be muted as well. Anyway, I just wanted to say that this board needs new leadership. That would start with Linda. And the reason I know this board needs new leadership is because the current sitting president and the current sitting board members have personally harassed, attacked myself, my husband, and my children, and it has got to stop. And the way it stops is when you put a new president in there with ethics. Thank you.
Okay, do we have anybody else? Do we need to identify, Bill?
No, I think we identified anyone. Do we have persons making agenda comments? Art, did we have any of those?
Actually, no, we did not.
Yeah, I said yes, because this is Bharat
Yeah, well,
nomination.
and you addressed the
Hey.
agenda item as the president. You wanted to know how the president got elected. I thought that's what you did.
Yeah, so Art, he should be allowed to make his comments on that.
Okay.
Agenda item now.
Okay, Barath, go ahead and do
I just
that.
made my public comment. Now I'm going to ask you for the process. What is the custom procedure that you've been following in the years past before you even go to the agenda items? That's my question. What was that you've been using in the past as a tool to elect the president or select the president among the board?
Okay, are we going to address that in later in the meeting?
We'll address that in the meeting.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, sorry. I have a question. Is there regularly scheduled meetings? Did I just miss the memo on that for our neighborhood?
We
Yes.
have monthly meetings.
Yes, we have meetings every month. Okay. So do we have anybody else who has not been given the opportunity to speak?
I'm not seeing anybody else on my screen.
Okay. Okay, so at this time then, I am going to close the public comment section of the meeting. And I am going to go to agenda item 2, which is statements by directors who are deporting the board. So, so I'm going to start with you, Jana. Did you have a statement that you wanted to make?
She's muted. Jana, you're muted.
Okay.
Oh, hi, I'm here.
Okay, go ahead, Jana. Did you have a comment that you want to make as part of leaving the board?
Oh, geez, I wasn't ready. Hold on. Let me get my notepad and turn on my video. Okay, I'm ready.
Go ahead.
Turn my light. Do I have a few minutes?
You have as much time as you want. We're into the meeting, so we don't have any time limits here.
So I just want to thank everybody that I've worked with on the board. Chris, he was really fantastic helping me with the security committee. Trying to explain to me the Williamson County Sheriff's Office versus the Williamson County Constable's Office. We're still working on Neighborhood Crime Watch on our own. And let's see, and he also assisted me with the contracts because that friggin' well, sorry, that's really not a bad word, but some of the contracts are very intense. I'm sure that you all know. Art, thank you so much for spending so many hours with me on the Invoice and Billings Committee, where we sit there and we like look at this and that, and we're like, oh, how many thousands of dollars do we pay for the fire department every month? Like $30,000 every month, and we're like, okay, I hope somebody's using it. So anyway, thank you so much for guiding me through that invoice committee and spending the 2 hours of your lunch break to help me with that. And Lewis, thank you for all your advice always, and finding Touchstone to help us create a wonderful website. And yeah, now we're live. You know, I guess we could have done it for free with Zoom, or somebody else. Catherine, we painted those little libraries all day long for 3 or 4 days on your, we painted them in your, hot. It was hot. We painted those libraries. We got them for less, a cheaper rate because we wanted to paint them ourselves. And so that was awesome. And you taught me how to throw a Frisbee. So I still can't, but it's better. And Catherine was Art. It was Catherine. Okay. I think I got everybody. Oh, and Lee for helping me so much when I have to come up there and have a complaint, and Bill, sorry, I always call you. Not much. I try to limit to it once a month. Lisa Atkins used to know exactly what invoice we were on every single time Art and I were on, had a question. Amazing. Spectacular. Anyway, bye. Signing off. Love you all. I'll still be here.
Well, Jana, you can vote on the canvassing order.
Oh, well, yeah, I'll be
Please.
there for that.
All right.
Okay, Chris, did you have
wait,
any
can I add one more thing?
Sure.
I'm going to add one more thing. A person that's coming onto the board first time should never be president. If you're president of a board, you should be, there for a while. Figure it out. So I highly recommend that Linda Fobb is not the president of this board.
Okay. Chris, did you have any parting comments that you wanted to make?
Oh, yes, I'll try to keep them brief. This has been my third or fourth time on the board. The whole time I thought of myself as a homeowner that's serving on the board. And I tried to listen to my fellow residents, what mattered to them. I didn't try to preach to them. I tried to listen to them and see how I could affect the quality of their life in the district. My three goals have not changed since I started: to keep property values up, to keep monthly operating expenses, I used to say down, but now I say to bear value. And the third one is, don't mess with me. There's a lot of people who work real hard and they just want to come home, take their shoes off, play with the dog, play with their kids, and get up and go do it again the next day. And just because they're not at a board meeting does not mean they don't care. I ran as a fiscal conservative, and many times I voted against the board, not to be different, but just for people to think, why did Chris Rocco vote against this? And sometimes it worked and we delayed it. Sometimes I won, sometimes I lost. I'm a believer in fiscal conservativeness, and I think that every dollar that the board spends has to have value. I enjoyed working with the board, and like Jana, I'm not going anywhere. Thanks a lot, everybody.
Okay, thank you, Chris. Okay, agenda item number 3, director's election. Okay, what do we do, Bill?
Okay, so there was a proposed order that was prepared today and was attached to the invite.
Yes.
This order is the official canvassing of the election results, and it states the total number that each candidate received. Also attached to that order are the results from each county. And so this order will deem the winner of the election. We elected 2 directors, so the 2 candidates getting the highest number of votes are elected, which in this case, as the order states, are Linda Fobb and Megan Dudo. And the number of votes are stated in there. I'll read the number of votes for those who might just be on the phone or don't have the document. The names are listed in the order they were on the ballot. David Flores, 649 votes. Megan Dudo, 891 votes. Jana Norton Ramirez, 626 votes. And Linda Fobb,
Yay, Megan! Sorry, Bill.
993 votes for Linda Fobb. So the proper course of action would be for the board to review that order and, if appropriate, make a motion to approve it And if it passes, then we'll go to the next phase of the certificates and statements and oaths and so forth.
Yeah, but let's be realistic. You know, there is not an option to not adopt the results of the election, is there?
Right. No, of course there's not.
Yeah. Okay.
I would not recommend not adopting them. But the board is the official body that canvasses the returns.
Okay.
There's the results. So I presented the information, which I believe is accurate, and I would recommend that it be approved, but that's a board.
Okay. Hey, Jenna, you want to make
me.
Yeah, Jenna, you want
I'll
to make the
approve it.
motion?
I'll make the motion.
Okay, make the motion, Jana.
I'll make the motion that the canvassing of the results are totally official. And what else do I have to say, Bill?
Approve the order as presented.
Approve the order as presented.
Okay. Hey, Chris, could I get a second from you?
You got a second for me.
Okay. So is there any more discussion? Let's go ahead and call the vote. Jana?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Art?
Yes.
I vote yes. I don't think Beth's on the line tonight, is she?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I
she's
haven't
not,
seen it.
yeah, she's not online. Okay. It passes. Okay, so what's next?
All right. So Catherine, I think, and Allison Nix from my office is online. I think we sent you certificates of election.
Yes, I
And
need to.
You need to
Kristen.
actually sign them
Yeah.
for Linda and Megan. So if you
Okay.
could do that now, and if you could confirm that by showing us that they didn't sign them.
Oh, I have to do it right now. Okay.
Yes.
Hold on. I got to go put ink in my printer.
All right. We'll stand by.
I do want to say, Bill, to Ms. Flores and Mr. Flores that I thought I had my mute on, so I didn't really mean to sigh. So I wasn't really, I sighed. I just didn't think I had my microphone on. So I'm sorry for that.
Okay. Yes.
So Catherine, are you printing them out now? So what you're doing?
Yeah. Well, my husband just is putting the ink in it right now. Okay, so I will get those. I didn't think it was actually going to have to be right now. I know I've looked at them. Okay.
Yeah. So we need to pause until you can get those to sign.
Okay. Agenda. Okay. Regular board meeting the 18th. I'm looking for it. I'm sorry. While I wait, I'm listening for my husband to be putting the ink in the printer. Well, I've got the canvassing. I'm seeing that without any problems. What day did you send the one with the other attachments?
Allison, when did you email the certificates?
It was right when I the same time that I called you, whatever day that was. I think it was probably Friday.
Okay, let me go back further into my email then. This is the 16th one back. There we go. Certificates of election. There we go. Hey, John, say when.
What fucking professional feel is this?
Okay, one down. And
Hello?
printing the second one.
Press in what?
Catherine, we have a new caller at the meeting on last four digits 5055. Could you identify yourself, please?
Yeah, I'm Patrick Riley. I live at 2510 Sabinow Trail. I just want to make a couple of statements.
Patrick?
Hello? Yeah.
Patrick, this is Bill Flickinger. We are past the public comment stage. So unfortunately, you joined the meeting too late to make comments. So I'd ask you to mute your microphone. You're welcome to listen.
Just started, I've been sitting on this phone listening to the meeting, so now I'm being told you can't be involved in the meeting.
I don't know how long you've been listening to the meeting, but we asked for people that wanted to make public comments quite a while ago.
Oh,
through that
good
stage.
God, this phone system. All right, thanks.
All right. We're getting close, Catherine?
Well, I thought so. Is it printing, John? Okay, it's making noise. I guess that's a good thing. Okay, they're coming off the printer now. Okay, success. I'm signing them and I will hold them up.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay.
So,
here's the first one.
Okay. And that one's for who?
That was for Megan.
Okay.
And here's the second one.
And that's for Linda?
Yes, that's for Linda.
All right. So what we need to do, Catherine, is to mail those originals to our office.
Okay.
And we will get them to the new directors. So that's step one.
Okay.
Step two is both Linda and Megan have filed statements of elected officials. They have already filed those with our office, so we don't have to repeat that stage.
Okay.
And so now we can move on to them taking their oaths of office. And so Allison from our office will administer the oaths. Linda and Megan, you should have, or you need to have 2 originals of the oaths that you're going to sign after we do this. And those will go back to our office and Allison will sign them and we'll get them filed with the Secretary of State. So having said that, I'm going to turn it over to Allison to swear you in. Typically we do them at the same time. So Allison, I'll turn it over to you.
All right. Linda and Megan, if I could get you to raise your right hand.
And unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, please. Yes.
Yes. And I'll read your oath. And if you agree, then you'll say, I do. So do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will faithfully execute the duties of the office of Director of Williamson Travis County's MUD number 1 of the state of Texas, and will, to the best of your ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States and of this state, so help you God?
Will.
All right, then I'll need you to sign both of those oaths and hold them up so I can see them. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Megan. And if you'll just pop those in the mail and send them to our office, then I'll take care of the rest.
Do you want this original Hartford as well?
I'm sure that'd be great.
Okay. So congratulations. So Linda and Megan, you're now officially part of the board, which means you can act as board members and vote going forward in this meeting. Also means that Jan and Chris, you're no longer directors, so you don't get to vote for the rest of the meeting.
Yay! I'm so happy, Megan. You're wonderful. You're gonna do
Congratulations
awesome.
to both.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck, Linda.
So moving along on the agenda, Catherine, the next item is election of officers.
Okay.
And it's up to the board how they want to approach this, but it's a board vote. It's by majority of the vote of the board. Typically, there is perhaps some discussion about positions. And then the most efficient way would be for somebody to move for a slate of officers. But you are required after each election to elect officers. And so we're complying with the statutory requirements, not discretionary.
Okay.
We typically have an officer, well, you have to have a president, vice president, and secretary. And as you know, the president chairs the meetings, the vice president acts if the president cannot act. And the secretary is actually very important because they sign a lot of documents, so they need to be available to sign documents. And the secretary has some other responsibilities on district documents, conduct of elections and so forth, which is usually assigned to our office. The other two directors are traditionally appointed as assistant secretaries, because if we can't reach the secretary, we have an assistant that can actually attest to documents or sign documents. It's not mandatory you have assistant secretaries, but I would recommend it. And having said that, I'll leave it up to you and the board how you want to approach it, but we do need to elect officers this evening.
Okay, so
Catherine, before you
Bill,
go
can I
forward,
interrupt you here?
wait,
no,
Bill, can
no,
I interrupt
Broth,
you
you
here?
can't.
Cannot, Broth.
Broth, for any,
Catherine.
yeah, hold on a moment. Just anybody who's not a board member, could you just go ahead and mute yourself, because, we're past the public comment section of the meeting. What was that, Linda?
Thank you, Catherine. I would like to make a statement before you go forward with this meeting.
Sure.
Do you mind?
No, not a problem.
Thank you. First, I would like to thank all the neighbors who walked flyers, posted signs and banners, donated to my campaign, offered words of support and encouragement, and showed up at the polls to vote. I am humbled to know that your votes have made me the board director that has received the most votes ever to be cast in this district. Our win by a clear majority is a mandate to push forward, to advance transparency, fiscal responsibility, equality, and neighborhood input, the platform that I campaigned on that earned me your vote. It is my intention to show up at every meeting fully prepared, having thoroughly reviewed not only the agenda, but all the supporting documents that make up every aspect of the business being discussed. Additionally, I plan to review applicable federal, state, and local laws in order to uphold my oath and to ensure that the good of the people and the law guide my every decision and vote that I cast. If there are decisions being made by this MUD board that do not appear to adhere to these laws and best practices, I will illuminate them so that the people who make up this district can be well informed. For any dissenting vote I cast, I will explain the motivating factor so that all of those who voted for me will have a full understanding behind my voting record. A smart woman once said, "Dissents speak to a future age. It's not simply to say, my colleagues are wrong and I would do it this way. I am not here to be right or to win, but to do the right thing for our neighborhood. My dissension may not change things right away, but I do hope that they can at least pave a path for the very things I was elected to do. I believe that the foundation, my job as a MUD board director, is to make sure that the water supply in our neighborhood is safe, that the sanitary sewer systems are working, and that the waste we create is not negatively affecting the sensitive environment that we all live within. At times, I am certain that my review of records, my contact with contractors, and my questions will disturb the status quo, which will cause discomfort. What it comes down to, though, is that today I am making a promise to work in the best interests of my neighbors, and that work will not be all light, sunshine, rainbows, and unicorns. It will be detailed, tedious work that asks hard questions to make sure the true, right, and lawful thing is at least presented as an option, though I understand that my one vote cannot always seal that action. For those of you who called in this evening and spoke on my behalf, I thank you, sincerely thank you. Together, though, we'll make change in this district, and it'll be for the better of everyone. Thank you, Catherine.
Okay, so we need to, so what I heard you say, Bill, was we need a president, a vice president, a secretary, and then 2 assistant secretaries. Am I saying that right?
Yes, that's what I recommended. Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead. I'm willing to go ahead and continue serving as a president. So if somebody is interested in having me do that, I will accept a nomination for that.
Well, Catherine, what we need to do is do it by motion.
Okay.
And you can certainly go position by position, like
Okay.
you're saying, or in other, and I'm not telling you what to do, but the alternative is to have a proposed slate.
Right. I understand that. But what I'm really interested in understanding is, because there hasn't been any discussion about this, between the existing board members and the new board members, is what the existing board members, if they had any ideas to what they wanted to do moving forward.
Comments. It's not officially a nomination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Take nominations at this time, Bill?
yeah, we can take nominations.
It's not really a nomination process. It would be by motion. So you can have discussion. You can have discussion as to which candidates or which directors might hold certain offices.
Bill,
Catherine has indicated that she would like to continue as president. So usually the appropriate would be a discussion about it and then followed by a motion.
Yeah, but Bill, I have a recollection of there actually being a vote.
Yes, of course there's a vote.
Yeah,
but
okay.
Nomination is not the right word necessarily. But you could include multiple people in the vote, of course, if you wanted.
Okay.
You ready?
Okay, so how do we proceed?
Well, what Catherine is proposing is that we find out how many directors wish to be president, and then vote on that in the form of a motion.
I do not wish to be president. And I want to make a motion too, so.
Well, I guess we might want to find out if anyone else would like to be president. I'm assuming Linda probably can speak.
I wish to be president. I wish to be president of this board.
Okay.
Okay, so we have Linda.
Catherine, you might ask the others. I guess we have Megan.
Megan?
No, I would like to serve on the board for a while before I try to take the president role.
Okay.
And of course, Beth is not at this meeting, but the board can elect her to an office. We don't know, I guess we don't know what she would prefer.
Right.
So at this point, you know, Catherine's expressed the interest, Linda's expressed the interest, the other two directors not. So I think at this point, if you want to address president, it'd be by a motion and see which motion passes.
Okay, so I guess what I'm asking, you're asking for a motion in a second.
Correct.
Okay, so Art, make a motion.
I make a motion that Catherine Frankie be president. And that I don't have any other directors. I think, how do we pick the other directors? I'm willing to be vice president or secretary, but.
Well, apparently we're going to try to do them one at a time here.
Yeah, let's do them
And
one at a
I
time.
will remind the board that since we only have 4 directors, that it has to be at least 3 for the motion.
Okay. Okay, so do you need a second? We need a second then.
I'll second.
Okay. So do we have any, okay, we're just going to go through this in normal way. Do we have any discussion?
Yes, there needs to be discussion.
Yes.
I don't think that you should be the president because I think that you are intimately involved in the situation that the MUD finds itself in today. You and Lewis have literally set up a situation where you have lawsuits coming out of your ears. So I don't think you make a good president. I don't. So I don't vote for you.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and call the vote then. Art?
Yes.
Megan?
Yes.
Linda?
No.
I vote yes. Okay.
You can't vote for yourself.
Sure I can.
Yes, you can.
What do you mean I can't vote for myself? I voted for myself when we went to the polls. Didn't you vote for yourself when you went to the polls?
I did.
Okay. So
Okay.
Catherine, you want to move on to vice president then?
Yeah, the vice president.
Who would like to be vice president?
Who wants
first?
to be vice president? Art, did you, Art,
I'll be vice president.
okay. Megan, did you have any desire?
Not at
Okay.
this. Nope.
Okay. Linda?
Sure, yes.
Okay. Do you want to make a nomination, Megan?
Or a motion? Or
I'm
you need a
sorry.
motion?
A motion.
Sure. I make a motion that Art Medrano is be the vice president.
Okay.
And I'll explain why I'm saying that. And it's because I just think that a brand new board director shouldn't necessarily be in a vice president position. I'm not putting myself in that position either. So it's not personal against Linda.
Okay.
Would like to have.
I want to say the same thing. I've been on the board 7 years and it takes a lot of experience. Yeah, you can be on the sidelines and you can follow the board and you can make recommendations. That's all fine. But when you actually dig down and do the work, that's what we're looking for, or I'm looking for. I'm looking for experience.
Okay. So that we're a little out of position here. I'll go ahead and second that nomination, or motion, and let's go ahead and have some more discussion if we need to. And I'm gonna, Linda, I'll also agree with what both Megan and Art said, that both Art and I served for a minimum of 2 years before we became the board president. It would be really unexpected for, I think, anybody to walk into an elected board position and just take over and be elected the board president. So
I hear what you're saying, Catherine, and I would tend to agree with you if I hadn't been so involved for the last 3 years. So to claim I have no experience is really insulting. I come
It's
from a
not meant to
background
be.
of governance. So
I'm not,
it's
I'm
not
not
as
trying to
if,
insult you, Linda.
no,
I
no, I'm
think,
just, allow me to say this.
okay, I'm sorry.
It is merely an opinion that you have. I've watched you act for the last 3 years. And if that is the measure of success, I'm certain I could do better.
Okay. Well, we all want to do better. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and call the vote. Linda?
We're voting for Art,
Yes.
and that's a given, right? I vote yes for Art.
Okay, Megan?
Yes.
Art?
Yes.
And I vote yes too.
Before we start, I do want to make a statement. Linda, it wasn't intended to insult you. I know you're a smart lady, and I know you do a lot of research and you do your homework, and we're happy to have you on the board. I really am. So it's not an insult to you. I just think you need to get your feet wet as to, doing the work. I know you did a lot of research. You know how the board works, and you'll be a good asset to the board members. I'm sincere about that.
Thank you.
I welcome you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, so now we've got a secretary, and then assistant secretary. So Linda, I'm going to go ahead and nominate you as the secretary of the board. You're basically going to be the next person after me who's
The motion, you get a motion.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I make a motion to nominate Linda Fobb as the secretary of the board. Can I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay. So the secretary, besides it being the Art being or Bill being the person who is signing an awful lot of documents, what are the other responsibilities for the secretary?
Well, the election's over, but the secretary has responsibilities for the election. Typically, the day-to-day assignments are delegated to the attorney. We have not dug into it too deeply, but the records retention program is essentially administered by the secretary.
Okay.
And record keeping in general, secretary. And that would probably be a fairly big role going forward, since that's part of the projects we're looking at are modernization of the records and so forth.
Okay.
Availability is very important to get things signed, like I said before. But yeah, that's pretty much the overview of the duties.
Okay. So we had a second, correct?
I second.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and call the vote. Art?
Yes.
Megan?
Yes.
Linda?
Yes.
And I vote yes too. Okay. So
And
then
I'd recommend you entertain a motion to appoint Beth Jones and
yes.
Megan as assistant secretaries.
Okay, so I will. I move that we nominate Megan Dudo and Beth Jones as assistant secretaries for the MUD. Can I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Do we have any discussion? I'll go ahead and just call the vote. Art?
Yes.
Megan?
Yes.
Linda?
Yes.
And I vote yes too. Okay, so we've had the election of officers. Now, I guess I'm going to throw this back to you, Bill, because you're going to start talking about other things that need to be done.
Yeah, the major activities, events we've concluded. We have a list starting with agenda item 4, and some of these are placeholders and things that have to be done when you have new directors. So I had the district depository and bank accounts on there. Typically, you have to get new bank account signature cards, and I guess we have a couple of people from Infomark on the line, but I don't know if any action has to be taken tonight. But we will need to get the new directors on the bank signature cards and anything related to the banking. Open meetings, training, open records training. Allison from our office sent emails to Linda and Megan, also Beth, on the training you need to take. So if you have any questions, let us know. You have 90 days to do it. We recommend you do it quicker than that. And then finally, we have on agenda item 6, the review of committees, appointment of members. Now that we have new directors, Catherine, you may want to.
Yes, I have come up with committee assignments. So here are the new committee assignments moving forward. Audit Committee, Linda and Megan. Billing and Invoice, Linda and Megan. Budget Committee, Linda and Catherine. Customer Care Committee, Beth and Catherine. DRC Committee, Beth and Catherine. Investment Committee, Linda and Beth. Now, stop me, Bill. Being the investment officer has some additional requirements, correct?
Yes, and our investment officers have left the board now, so we don't have one.
Yes.
Our investment policy allows for multiple investment officers, but you really do need to at least have one.
Yes.
An investment officer does have additional duties, including the quarterly investment reports and other obligations under the investment policy. They also have to take specialized training starting within 6 months of appointment. And so we have that on the agenda for tomorrow, the regular meeting, to appoint an investment officer, but that is different than being on the committee.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to make the comment that I want to have 2 investment officers. And so I want both Linda and Beth to go through the investment officer training. Okay.
Linda and who? I'm sorry, I was writing this down.
Beth Jones.
Beth Jones.
Yeah.
So tomorrow, Catherine, we'd have to consider formal action appointing them as investment officers.
Okay.
In addition to your committee.
Okay. So Open Records Committee, Art and Catherine. Information Management, Beth and Megan. Infrastructure, Art and Catherine. Parks Committee, Beth and Megan. Management Committee, comprising the management, insurance, and fire protection, Art and Catherine. The Management Security Subcommittee is going to be Catherine and Linda. And the Waste Management Committee is going to be Art and Linda. And I can go ahead and send this to you in a spreadsheet, Bill.
Yeah, if you could send it to me, and we'll make sure it gets distributed to everybody.
Okay. Okay. So, okay, I think that's it, isn't it?
And that's all we have on the agenda tonight.
Okay, well then so at this point then, I just need somebody to make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
We there already?
Yeah, this was an easy one.
Okay.
Tomorrow's going to be longer.
And Bill, before we adjourn, so you're going to send that list out, right?
Yeah.
When I get it from Catherine, I'll make sure everybody on the board gets it and then from
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Linda, since you're the new board member, or you, Megan, why don't you guys make the motion?
I make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Thank you. Okay, we got a second. Everyone say aye. Aye. Okay. We will see you guys tomorrow, same time. Have a good night.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Thank you.